214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any Department of Defense or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
I think I'm the one that's going to get fired today. I think it's going to be me because I completely fucking forgot to take this dude's name off of the fucking thing.
You suck. But good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's actually we're actually 25 minutes away from the afternoon here. What's going on, my man?
What's up?
Nice to meet you, Neil.
Pleasure to meet you.
So
well,
Neil,
for the second time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Pleasure, gentlemen. First and foremost, may I say thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Dude, so it's a real privilege and like pleasure to have you, brother. Like for sure,
Thank you.
This is good
Absolutely.
shit, man. This is good shit. I love the fact that today we get to talk not necessarily as old friends, which we are,
Yeah.
but as veterans, which when we first met in high school, since we've known each other.
Whoa.
Wait, did we meet before?
Yes.
When did we meet? Because you went to Gridley, right?
Yeah, the slab on Harrison Speedway.
Yes.
Concrete slab. Summer of what was that? Right before our freshman year.
Yeah, that would have been summer of '95. Yep. And
sorry
so
to burst your bubble, dude, but get your shit right.
We were skating, right? We were skating.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then we bought, and that's right. It's so interesting. Like that one street at Harrison and Speedway dividing the neighborhoods. If you lived on the other side of Speedway, you would go to Gridley, and if you lived on the north side of Speedway, you would go to McGee. I ended up going to McGee because of that. And you went to Gridley, but we only lived up like half a
throw, literally a stone throw. Yeah.
Yeah. You cross Speedway and you go halfway into the next neighborhood, and like that was you. Like basically, so like we live like half a neighborhood away, basically.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. So
yeah, we go. I don't know if it's really cool, dude. It has its moments, man.
Tucson is a very interesting place, and it's hard to describe what it was like growing up there in a lot of ways, because when you go other places in the United States, you realize how kind of unique Tucson is. Like there's and that uniqueness of Tucson does have its charms at times, but when you live there for however many years, it does grind on you a little bit, and it kind of I don't know, like, so that's I don't know.
Yeah, going on what you said too with Tucson. I mean, some people you can come out visit and see it now, and like we grew up and it still looks the same. Some people look at Tucson, stagnant, no progress. Right. They don't want to move.
Right.
Well,
that's what I think of like that Midwest area. I'm from the East. We have a different approach to how like the whole like Midwest and West like looks and feels, and
staying and stay. Do you stay modern? Do you stay modern, or do you develop your like Tucson has really not overly developed its downtown in decades. And so there really isn't much downtown to Tucson. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
gotten better. It's gotten a lot better, but it's
Yeah,
like
what they added a trolley and a couple new floors to Club Congress
right,
and
right. Right. That's right. It's like for a city that has a metro population of over 1 million. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
so like Tucson is becoming a major city, but it kind of just decided to stay the kind of sleepy desert town that the Beatles sang about in the 1960s. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. If you dig that and if that's your thing, you obviously will enjoy and love Tucson. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, absolutely.
there's nothing wrong with that really
Yeah,
inherently.
and like
But
I was saying, it's that stagnant. It's not necessarily stagnant. It's
right.
just it's comfortability, in my opinion. You see the comfortability now, and
And that's what
majority of
makes
the people here are here for either you're native or you come in when you're older and do your thing. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of
and that,
18 to 22-year-olds
I
fucking
think
up the
it's
town 5 months out of the year and
I
not to
think
go
it,
to school, and then that's it.
yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, dude, like it was, and that's kind of what made it interesting growing up there because it is a city, and it was a city even in the 90s. It was a city of size. You
Yeah.
know, it just for a city its size didn't get a lot of hype, you know, like
Yeah.
around the country at all. You know, like
Yeah.
you got fucking Family Guy making fucking jokes about us, like people kicking each other in the dick at the airport, you know, like.
Yeah.
So tell me,
Well, and that's the crazy thing with Tucson too, man. I mean, I don't mean to segue a little bit on it, but there's a lot of important shit here, dude. You got Raytheon missile
oh
systems
yeah,
coming out here. You got
the Boneyard, yeah,
DM is probably the fourth largest Air Force base.
right. Well, and then the Boneyard, like that's where
That,
they store.
yeah,
If they ever had to like ship up planes like quick, fast, and in a hurry, like that's where all their fucking spare
yep.
parts are. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
mean, you got Bombardier here.
That's fucking cool.
Mitsubishi just merged with Bombardier.
Caterpillar, the Caterpillar Proving Grounds are not very far away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just outside of town. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's a cool place, man.
it is not
It's
the worst. It is
different.
not the worst
It's
place in the world.
different, man.
It is
Yeah.
not the worst place in the world. But growing up, that's exactly kind of what it was. Growing up there, sometimes sometimes you'll get real comfortable and it's really cool and it kicks ass being there, and other times you just want to get the fuck out. And I wanted to get the fuck out for the longest time,
Great.
and I finally made it, you know,
I wanted to
and
get the fuck out till May 23rd, 1999.
tell me
Let me
tell me
graduate high school and get the fuck out of here.
well, tell me so because you joined the Air Force fairly soon after we graduated high school, is that correct?
Yes. I signed with the recruiters August 2nd, and then I went through MEPS a few weeks later, and then I shipped out for basic October 3rd or
So it was
4th.
so it was a pretty quick process for you. Like you basically like you got out of high school, and
Yeah.
that fall you went to basic training.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tell me, so after how long was your basic training and your job training for your MOS? Like how long was that process
6
combined
weeks was
at the
basic
time?
training.
It
Basic
was
training
what?
was 6 weeks.
Okay.
6
And
weeks for
then
Air Force. Yeah.
and then what was your MOS training? How long was that?
My MOS was 2 Alpha 6 X-ray 2 aerospace ground equipment.
Holy
So
shit.
it's
And to a
two
functional
or
like
two.
knuckle dragger like me, like what
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
what does that mean? What did you do?
Layman's terms, basically, I was a mechanic on all the ground equipment that service any type of aircraft, from your loader through a C-130 all the way down to an F-16. So
Okay.
bomblet, hydraulic carts, bleed air carts, light
Okay.
machine. So I basically worked on
How
all the
long
shit
was
that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was so how long was your job training, your MOS training? Like when you went
6
to
months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
the second longest in the Air Force behind a crew chief.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Now do you when you were doing so when I was in the Army in AIT, that was kind of like because I was a mechanic, my first time for my first MOS, I was a mechanic. We kind of got like a little bit of extra privileges, I guess, as a trainee. So while you were there for those 6 months, were you able to like get out and party at all, or was it like this is like at the end of the '90s, so this is a long time ago. So
We got
was the Air Force a lot more locked down at the time, or did you get like extra privileges, or what was that process like back then?
To be honest, man, I couldn't tell you if we got extra privileges. I mean, through tech school, I guess the extra privilege I could say was like chow, sneaking into the medical shit, you know, because their chow was always in the Air Force, you know, medical had their own fucking chow hall in tech school. The rest of us schmucks had to go do our own thing.
I just remember being at Fort Leonard Wood, and all five at the time, all five branches had a contingent at Fort Leonard Wood in some aspect of training, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And the other trainees outside of the Army, the other trainees, like the Marine, even the fucking Marine trainees, Air Force trainees, the Navy trainees, Coast Guard trainees, they all had like way more privileges than we did as like in the Army at the time at Leonard Wood. I don't know what it's like now, but it was like they were like once they were out of class for the day, they were pretty much like on their own. Whereas with us, it was still like pretty strictly regimented. You know what I mean? And we living in barracks and all all that.
Yeah,
yada,
and
yada, so.
they gave us that. I mean, when we finished the end of our day with classes and stuff, I mean, absolutely, we could go take care of and have free reign till curfew. You know, come back.
Right.
But I mean, with my job and shit, I was at that time 19 by tech school. By the time I hit tech school, I was 19 years old. So I mean, I was so hard nosed in the fucking book, scared shitless of, you know, failing, you know, or getting below a 70 on a test and getting washed back a week and redoing things that, I mean, I guess you could say I was the kind of that bookworm. You know,
nothing wrong with
I
that.
really didn't get out till weekend.
You took it seriously. You took it seriously, like
absolutely.
What's
I fucking loved it, man.
What was your first duty assignment? Where'd you go on your first duty assignment?
Okinawa, Japan.
Nice, dude.
Shit.
Nice.
That was my little brother's first station too.
Kadena Air Force Base. Oh, really?
Yes, it was. He's a Marine.
Okay.
Very interesting. Very interesting. What he told me about Oki, how it's like multi-service, and it's just like a huge. He said it's just a huge area, but it's beautiful and probably the best place you could ever have as your first duty station.
Yeah, I got there, got sucked in, dude. Was supposed to stay 2, and I said, "Fuck it," stayed the rest of my time.
So tell me, okay, so and this is all pre 9/11. So this is all in the years and months leading up to the events of 9/11.
Yes, I'm gonna say probably around April of 2000 was when I went to Okinawa.
Okay, and then where were you? Were you somewhere else, or did you stay in Okinawa long enough that where were you when 9/11 happened?
Okinawa.
And you were in the Air Force.
Yeah, sleeping in my bed. I'll never forget that fucking day.
Okay, so I got to hear the story. I
have to hear this too. Yeah, this is very interesting.
Being a veteran, like I got to hear the story. So the day of, or the morning of, or whatever time it was in Japan when 9/11 started going down, like what was your experience?
Well, and you know Japan timeline, like they're basically like, and they're gonna be that day.
They're basically a day ahead. They're basically a day ahead, but because of where they are positioned, they're like 6 hours behind us or whatever the fuck, right? Like, but they're a day ahead.
Yeah.
So
news. Ooh, yeah, this is a crazy fucking story. So I remember waking up because I was the morning. So I was doing morning shifts and shit. So I was always in at 6 a.m. go out at 3:30. But I remember that morning I was sitting at work, and then the fucking horns just went off. Wah, wah, all over base. Like on base they had typhoon warning horns and signs. This was different though. Like it was wah, wah. And so my soup came out, Chief Master Sergeant came out, cleared the flight line, brought us all in the hangar. All aged. Crew chiefs were rolling in. Sat down. We were told, hey, gentlemen, this is a war exercise. That's what we were told. So we're going on 12 on, 12 off for the next 3 days. You cannot call home. You cannot watch television. Turned all the bases, all the radios, no television. We weren't allowed to call home. So for 2 days, so basically once it happened for 2 days, I worked 12 on, 12 off, 12 on, 12 off. With the 353rd Maintenance Squad, we had 15 F-15E models,
Okay.
4 16s. That first morning, we had 3 15s and a 16. They're gone. So we kind of went, exercise. They usually did like 4 go out, 4 return, just that regular sortie, just that simple sortie. But they didn't come back. So we all kind of knew something was up, and we waited and waited. After the 48 hours finished, that time would have been September 14th in Japan. We got a base briefing from Commander, and we were told America was attacked. So I found out basically 2 days after September 11th what had happened.
Holy shit!
I had no fucking. I couldn't.
You had no idea.
No idea. And
can I say something very interesting? This is now we're talking a couple days after 9/11, and what's interesting about this is where did he? Oh shit, we lost Neil. Oh, there he is. Wait, no.
There he is.
Yeah. Sorry about
lose
that.
you?
Yeah, for a second there.
I'm sorry, man. My apologies. So go ahead.
You're good. And it's very interesting because in 2001, technology wasn't where it is now. So you guys didn't have like these super powered cell phones and like and all this technology to know instantly what was going on. So that's very interesting that you are saying that you're saying that you're learning about what happened 2-3 days later. Go on.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That's so interesting to me.
Yeah. No, I mean they shut us down, and that's how it was. And then I had to grab a phone card from the BX and then go call home. And I'm thinking, hey, I got to make that call back to my mother, my brother, say, hey, safe. And once I call, it's not, hey, Neil, how you been? Miss you, Kate. Where the fuck? What is going on the past 2 days? I don't fucking know.
The sky's falling. The
sky's falling. Where are you? Why are you halfway across the earth? Like, I'm in Japan, Mom. We're good.
I got
all's well.
Because I'm in the Air Force. Hey, I did it. I joined the Air Force. Hey, I did it.
That was another pet peeve because, I think it was exactly 9 days after I was able to make that call, I took my first TDY.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I went to Kuwait.
Oh, okay.
Good old Ollie.
No, my head. Fucking Kuwait, dude. Fucking Kuwait, dude. Fucking
Ali
Kuwait.
Salam, airbase.
Ali Salim has a distinction for me though, because now this is like a decade plus probably after you were there, but Ali Salim, there's an Air Force DFAC. So when you land there, like say like in a C-130 or C-17, there is an Air Force there. Like we'll come off the ramp with all of our bags and shit. We drop our fucking bags and shit, and you just literally walk up a little small hill, and the Air Force DFAC is right there. And that is no shit. My favorite and best DFAC I've ever eaten at was Ali Salim in Kuwait, dude. And I used to tell the fucking privates, I used to tell the Joes, like, I'd be like, when you get to this fucking DFAC, you're not going to believe how fucking awesome it is. And you could tell they were like, they didn't believe me. They're like, yeah, Sergeant Campbell's just fucking with me. Like, fuck that. Like, there's no way. And then,
I've been there.
You get into that motherfucker and you see their eyes. They're just like, oh my God. Like, because you could
what?
They would serve you as much as you asked for, and you could go back for fucking seconds. Which in Army DFACs, it's like you get what you're served, and there's no fucking seconds, dude. Like the seconds don't exist, and so like they'd go into this. All these fucking junior enlisted grunts, dude, would just like go into like this Air Force DFAC and just like shit themselves with like how much food they're allowed to fucking eat, right? Like it was hilarious to watch, dude. Like, and I was like, fucking, I told you, like, Sergeant Campbell wasn't fucking with you, dude. Like, So yeah, fucking. Oh, yeah. Did you when you were in Kuwait? Like, what did you guys do?
What's going on, Deshaun?
What did
My
you guys?
homie.
What did you guys do for downtime in Kuwait? Did you guys play video games back in the day? Like, did anybody like do that shit back then? Like, or like
basically, it was boredom. I mean, let's be honest. Air Force is boredom. It's fucking boredom.
Yeah, but you got all those.
We spent most of our time, like every night, you know, pick an SP or somebody you got fucking pissed off at that wouldn't let you through the gate at the right time. You know, fucking.
Right.
Doing 2 packs of cigarettes instead of fucking 3 to sneak. But
is it true?
Stack water bottles fucking high, the whole cases, and just throw them over against the doors. Yeah. Slam the door and then fill the hall like another 20 more. It's just fun, good times. It's not.
That's
stupid
funny,
shit.
man.
Stupid shit. And roll by the SPs. We used to
what's
get the fart.
What's an SP? What's SP?
Security police, basic MP.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they call SF now with their big ass patch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough guys. Yeah. Real tough guys.
Yeah. Basically infantry, right?
Real fucking tough. Yeah. I watch this skate. I fucking spend my day going.
Right.
I do. I'll talk shit. Absolutely.
Can you imagine? Dude, can you imagine like signing up to serve your country and then like being a fucking cop?
No, fucking absolutely not. No.
Just kidding. No, for all you MPs watching, like, don't worry. Like, we're not totally shitting on you guys.
Respect, but
yeah. I got all the respect in the world for you guys when you like pull over a general for like DUI or some shit on bus. You know what I mean?
Like, I remember one time I got pulled over. I got pulled over on post, and like the guy was like a specialist or something like that. Dude was like shaking while he was giving me the ticket. I already knew that he had a shitty job, so that was already checked off the list. I was like, all right, this guy's fucking anxious as hell. He don't know what kind of rank I am. He probably thinks I'm some type of asshole lieutenant or some shit. And like he was just like, shake, here's your ticket, sir.
Asshole puckered up real tight. This guy's freaking
Neil. I mean, this is kind of in the era of like the original Xbox, PlayStation 2. Like, were there guys that had like game systems? Did they get them over to Kuwait? Like, no, not at the time. Not at all.
And to be honest, I never saw any in that Kadena, dude.
That's at the height of the console war too.
Yeah, it was.
I never bought one.
What's up, Ben Davies? Happy New Year, dude. Happy New Year to you.
So
go ahead, man. Sorry about that.
I mean, maybe some guys had them, but I never got into that, man. You know me, my fucking brain's full of fucking airplanes. That's the only thing I got time for.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. No, yeah, you didn't really game very much growing up, did you? Like, Neil,
what do you mean?
Did you like? When did you game a lot when you were growing up and just kind of like
oh yeah, as a kid I did Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, but I mean basically after I got out of high school I never owned a console.
Did you'd be amazed at how far it's come, dude. Like it's come a long way. Like it's basically like playing. We've had conversations, but it's basically like playing movies now. If you find the right game,
I got lots of friends that do it, and I watch, and I'm like, holy fuck! Like,
right, exactly.
There's no more up, down, left, right, A, B, D, A, start, select, dude. Like those days are gone.
There's some shit they got now, dude. Like, have you seen some of the fucking like the virtual reality shit? Like that they're coming out. Like they're finally starting to perfect. Like they were trying in like the 90s, like with like that shitty ass fucking whatever that red tinted thing was for fucking Nintendo back in the day.
What the
it was like a
fuck was that?
Yeah, but It was a pile of shit, is what it was.
Yeah.
A pile of shit. It was a pile of shit, is what it was.
The waste of fucking $75.
But it was like, but they were trying VR shit back in the 90s, dude. Like now they've got it to where it's like it's getting pretty fucking crazy, dude. Like, you know,
yeah, my
like
nephews
there's a thing.
were here for Christmas, and I guess they got that new Oculus thing, and I fucking tried it out, and I'll be honest, I got a little dizzy.
You played the Oculus?
my old ass got a little dizzy. Dude.
I've got good. If you played the Oculus, man, like I've got good news for you, man. When we're right back after this. Holy shit. Breaking fucking news. Breaking news.
Before we get to the breaking news real quick, Joe, you're fucking fired. Get up and
Joe.
get out.
You stupid.
You did it twice.
You stupid.
You did it twice.
We got fucking staff. You got fucking Staff Sergeant Beaudette is in the house.
This is crazy. I'm in this world where Jay's no longer in the army and he's a good person. This is insane.
Nice try.
What's up, guys?
Awesome. What's up, man?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
How you doing, dude?
Good. How have you guys been?
Good. Chris, I don't know if you've ever had the chance to meet a good buddy of mine. This is my friend Neil Fizzy. I grew up with him in Tucson, and he's a Air Force veteran. And we were just discussing his time. He joined after high school. Like, remember how I used to joke if I joined out of high school, I could have retired like a few years ago or whatever. Like, he joined out of high school, so we were just discussing his service, like kind of like pre 9/11 and what 9/11 was like for him and after. So yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah.
Tell me. Okay, so we also kind of like slightly segued over to VR. Like, tell me about the fucking Oculus. I want to hear about this. Like,
yeah. So we went over to my in-laws' house for Christmas, and my mother-in-law had bought one for my father-in-law.
Okay.
And all we did was play this stupid game where, like, you walk into this elevator, you press a button, it brings you up the elevator, and then, like, you walk out onto a plank, like, over a city.
Okay.
And, like instantly I was sold. Like, my wife put this headset on, walked out over this plank, and, like, she was afraid to, like, walk in this living room. And, like, right. I'm sitting there pushing her, laughing at her. I'm like, you're still in the living room, dumbass. You know what I mean?
Is it like, what are the graphics? Is it like Red Dead Redemption 2 graphics, or like how good are the graphics in there?
So the thing is, right now, I'd say it's very much at like in between like a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 level, like where it's not so blurry that it's going to give you a headache, but it's like it's good enough where like the immersion is definitely still there.
Okay.
Like, I'm really eager to see where I don't know if you guys saw the announcement for the PlayStation 5 getting its own VR headset soon.
Right.
That was a CES thing. That was fantastic.
Yeah. So, but I think the selling point with this at the price that it's at, which for this model was $299, where it's completely wireless. You don't need a gaming PC. You don't need a PC at all. But that function is there if you want it.
So it's standalone.
It's completely standalone.
what are the games like? What are the games like? What are you playing right now? Like on there that's making it worth. I can see you being sold on the I guess the investment maybe. Like what are they going to come out with a few years from now maybe or whatever, or like what are the when they start updating like the graphics and stuff. What games are you playing right now? Like what are the games like?
So right now I think we talked about it last time I was on the podcast, how I'd never played Resident Evil 4 before.
Right. Yes.
So
yes.
like I've like played that game twice this year, and it was still like the first game I bought for the Oculus, because I think that one's an Oculus exclusive. So
Okay.
But what's amazing about that game is where that game is so fresh in my mind because I played it so recently. Like putting the headset on and then like looking around the area that I had just spent so much time in like a 2D space. Now
Right.
I'm traversing it and knowing that area well. But it's like being in a house you're familiar with. But now, like, instead of seeing a video of the house, you're walking in the house yourself, and it's
I got the perfect analogy for you. Last night, me and Nikki got the Game Pass for Xbox, and
okay.
I saw fucking Myst on there. Right? Do you remember Myst from like the night?
Yep.
Yeah, Myst. I fucking downloaded Myst and I started playing it last night, and they changed it. They tweaked it a little bit, but I played the classic version or whatever. So it was like I knew where some of this stuff was. Like I was walking through around the island for a little bit before we went to bed. And because I played this game, I played the shit out of that game when I was like a kid, like on what Windows 95 bullshit, like a gateway computer,
Right.
back in the 90s and shit. I played the fuck out of that game, so I knew where I was going. But like you're saying, it's like playing it in virtual reality now. Basically, it's like you're traversing.
Yeah, so
you're traversing it versus like the picture just kind of like updating, and you're like
right. I want to say
Myst
Myst is actually on here. You can get Myst for it.
Oh my God, Chris! Oh, now
Yeah.
I would love. Now maybe now you're selling me on that shit. All right,
Yeah.
maybe now you're selling me on that shit.
So right now, I believe there's two models. This is the 128 gigabyte model, which I was a little skeptical on because I didn't know, I didn't know how much the game's space was going to take up on the game and all that. But I downloaded three. There's it's like 3 chapters of one game called Vader Immortal, where it's like a Star Wars universe thing, which is actually really cool in itself.
What do you do in that? What do you do in that game?
So there's like a mini story to it. I won't really get into the details of the story, but think of it like a virtual theme park ride. You know how those kind of are. But this is very much like you're using a lightsaber. You're like using the Force, where so you can actually like use the controller.
I played a game like that at fucking Dave and Buster's not too long ago.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing. So like these are the controllers, right? Now what's cool is in game it knows like when you're pointing your fingers, these side buttons are what you use to grab, right? So in the Star Wars game, you like reach out and grab with like the Force, and you could like turn your hand and like pull like stormtroopers towards you and like cut them with your lightsaber, like with the other hand.
That sounds fucking amazing.
Pick them up and like throw them off a cliff, like shit like that.
I could do that for hours. Like they could just give me I don't even need to play a game. Just give me the program and let me like
real life.
So it's funny you say that, and I'll use that as a point to like segue over. You want to play this thing for hours because
it really is GTA on the Oculus, and I'm there.
Right? Oh yeah. So give me 2 things. Hold on, give me two things really quick because you just segued me to a perfect point. You want to play this thing for hours, but 2 things. One, I think the max battery life on this I've gotten is like 3 hours max.
Okay.
But what that did, 2 things. That got us to buy this accessory, right? This is like this is like a Christmas money gift card purchase thing, but it's a headband that's much more comfortable for your head. You're not trying to. We have our kid likes to play it too, so switching between us and him playing with the stupid headband it comes with is ridiculous.
Right.
This one you just slap on and you twist it, and it closes and expands.
Oh, perfect.
But it also comes with an extended battery in the back.
Oh, kick ass.
Look at that.
So this essentially like doubles it, so you get a little closer, a little over 5 hours with it now.
Fucking
now
awesome,
the price isn't actually that bad on the Oculus itself. I think it's like what, like 400, 300?
No, so 128 gigabyte is $299,
Okay, yeah.
and the 256 is $399. But if like for like my purposes, that $100 spent on extra space, if you're me, I'd much rather get the cheaper model and then spend that money on the extra battery headset because the games themselves aren't very big. Like I have like probably half a dozen little games or downloads right now, and I still have 80 or 90 gigabytes of memory out of the 120. And that's including Resident Evil 4. Like,
my motion sickness is so bad. I would have to down bottles of Dramamine before I'd even put the headset on.
so my hubris kind of got the best of me on that one. I've been playing video games for my whole life, really. And when you slap on Resident Evil 4 the first time, it says, "Would you like to do like the comfortable experience? This is kind of meant for new people to VR, or do you just want like the full-on experience?" Well, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going full on with this.
Balls out.
I played for like an hour, and like the rest of the night, my stomach was turning. Like it's definitely
No way.
something. Yeah, like definitely, it puts that comfort setting in there for beginners on purpose. Like, so in Resident Evil, if you're running in VR, you're going to run in the direction you're looking. So you're going straight forward, and then you turn your head. You're now running that way. So it can be very like hard
if you're not
accustomed to that. Yeah. It's like whiplash kind of.
Have you hit anything or anyone yet?
So I haven't. Every time you put it on, you draw a boundary on the floor. Okay, so it actually has cameras in the front. I don't know if you can see, it has these 4 cameras in the front. And when you're outside of your boundary, you can actually see everything that's going around. So like when I had my headset on, when you first brought me in on the camera, I could still see the screen, very blurry and very grainy, but I could still generally see what was going on. But once you start to leave that play area you've created, you'll start to see a grid boundary around you. So like it starts blue, warning you you're getting close, and then it goes red when you're like about to hit that area. But
I saw
way too much work, man.
I saw Deshaun. I saw Deshaun Myers asked about the boxing game. Have you tried any of the boxing games yet?
I haven't. My father-in-law got one, but I haven't played it. He got like Creed, like the Rocky Creed game, but I haven't played that.
Okay. Is that one you might be interested in? Like as far as, you know, is that your style of game maybe just to try yourself out, you know, like if it's VR, you know?
So, I mean, yeah, depending on its quality, there's a few different boxing games that I've looked into. I just like, the thing with it, and I'm still afraid of it to this day, is I'm hoping that this isn't like, I'm just getting older. So the wow factor on these things is just blowing my mind right now.
Okay.
And like in 6 months, like that magic feeling you get when you put it on, like isn't going to exist anymore. Like that's what I'm horrified of. Because right now it really is kind of like when you play the Star Wars game, you walk in there and you're like, holy shit, I'm in space right now.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, I would have to assume. Now, does that when you put that thing over your ears, does it cover your ears? Or
no? So it kind of hovers right above them, and there are speakers in them, so you can hear. Here, I'll show you real quick. Here, so right now all I see is like a black screen, but it'll gray out here in a minute.
But you can still hear. But you can still hear what's going on around you.
Yeah. Yep. So it's in here. There's like little speakers.
Okay.
Like right now, like there's like a menu right in front of me that says "Create the Guardian" because it wants me to create a play space. But other than that, everything's grayed out. Like I can still grab my drink and grab just stuff around. Like you can see it. Like if you held up some fingers, I'm sure I could see it. But yeah.
Right.
But once I get once I like created a Guardian, it would be completely virtual space.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's interesting.
Deshaun Myers says, now I got to get it for research purposes.
Yeah, I told my wife we were going to get it for our son, quote unquote. He, my in-laws had this like roller coaster game where like you go through like a dinosaur safari.
So I've got my essay.
So Deshaun says they have the vest that emulates sensations, getting shot, explosions, swimming. What's interesting about that, Deshaun, is that that Razer just revealed a chair that does the same thing. And on top of that, they also have the fan that emulates the weather. It's like it emulates weather while you're in a game or whatever. Like if you have an explosion, a bunch of heat propulses out of it and all that stuff. I have a question. This is kind of a little bit off topic. So I see you're a Patriots fan, I assume, right?
Absolutely die hard.
But you're from Arizona.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you still live out there?
Yes.
How did that happen?
As a little kid, I don't know what it was, dude. I was a page the helmets, the old fucking Crouch helmet, the white ones with the old Pat doing the high cuddle style before Parcells. I don't know. I love the Pats and I fell in love with them as a little kid.
Well, and also remember too, John, that the at the time the Patriots were like massive underdogs. They were like always like the underdogs. Like the Patriots fucking sucked in the especially in the 80s, but even going into the 90s. Patriots fucking sucked. It was like a cakewalk. Like if you were playing
Green Bay, was it? Yeah.
It was like, dude, it was like playing the fucking Lions, dude. It was like that was a fucking gimme. That was a gimme game.
Well, and also to answer your question too, as well, at the time, we didn't really have a solidified.
Everybody freeze. He probably got a phone call.
Uh-oh. Poor Neil.
Oh man, yeah, he probably got a phone call. He'll probably be right back.
Sure.
No, but really, and you know what? I have such a good question. I want him to be here for it too, so I'm going to hang on to it. But like it's so weird to me how these sports fans from different areas end up becoming these fans from across the way.
Well, and that's
Jay. What is wrong with all your friends that they're all fans of teams that I hate?
Here's what happens in Arizona. Like, you got to remember the timeline we're talking about here is like 80s and 90s in Arizona, and at the time Arizona, like the Arizona Cardinals did not get to Phoenix until 1988. Okay, so like me and Neil would have been like 7 years old.
Interesting.
And they were not like this great of a team or whatever. Like they weren't exactly like, blowing minds and blowing doors off cars or anything. Like, my family moved to Arizona from Kansas City. Like I grew up still a Royals and a Chiefs fan because there were no fucking teams in Arizona, so like I didn't have like a close by team to root for. So I still rooted for the Royals and the Chiefs. And I stayed that way my entire, childhood, teen years, and into adulthood, just like that. Like, and it just so happens that I happened to land back in Kansas City, where I was born. You know what I mean? But growing up in Arizona in the 80s and 90s, you have to remember there was no fucking Arizona Diamondbacks. There was no fucking Phoenix Cardinals. And for a long time, Arizona Cardinals, they used to be called the Phoenix Cardinals. And for a time, up to a certain point, there was no Phoenix Suns as a basketball team. So a lot of that was very new when me and Neil were in that childhood, like going into like teen era. And so if you were from Arizona, you didn't necessarily have teams to root for. You know what I mean? So a lot of the native Arizonans would pick teams from other areas of the United States, regardless of where they're from, and root for them.
Well, and like I said, when you were gone, Neil, what I was saying is that it's all good. Life happens. And what I was telling Jay is that how come all of his friends are all fans of teams that I absolutely hate? I'm from New Jersey, so I'm a New York Yankees fan. I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Devils fan. All these like franchise. Well, not the Jets. They're definitely not a franchise team, but you get what I'm saying. But it's so interesting to me. Like I have a friend from Ohio that's a Boston Red Sox fan.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you're saying, but yeah, Jay had a very valid point. I mean, it's tough in Arizona. There's not
when we were growing up.
sports. There's only really
different
even
now.
in the state of Arizona, and even I'll say it, and it's true. Cardinals fans are fucking fair weathered. Suns fans are fair weathered. Baseball's fair weathered. You go to any Arizona professional athlete sport, you'll see more fucking Dodger jerseys than D-backs jerseys at the stadium. You know, you'll see more Celtics jerseys than the Sun. You know, and
Yeah.
It's kind of rough in that way, but I guess it's, you know, we just never really had anything to follow. And
those
You
franchises.
had Randy Johnson.
Well, it's
that
only
was
been,
way after the fact. You're talking, what was
It's
that,
only
World
been-
Series?
it's only been in the last probably 5, maybe 8-ish years, because it hasn't even been a decade. Like it's been like the last like 5 maybe 8 years. I've seen a lot more Cardinals, Diamondbacks, Suns gear, Coyotes gear on my
When they're
Facebook.
fucking winning. When they're
You know.
winning, that's the shitty part about Arizona. When they're winning, people will put a Suns jersey on and rock them out. But then the next year, if they're losing, they may fill 13,000 seats out of that 28,000 foot. It just
The franchises just need to develop more history, and like the Suns, the fact that the Suns have never won an NBA championship, that hurts. The Diamondbacks got their World Series in 2001.
Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling got
The
them.
Coyotes. The Coyotes are perennial like gatekeepers in the NHL. You know what I mean? Like they're basically gatekeepers in the NHL. And the fucking Arizona Cardinals, Jesus Christ, they made it to a Super Bowl, but then they like fucking flatline and fell off a fucking cliff. You know what I mean?
The Cardinals, man. They're the Cardinals. They're doing it this year. They're falling apart.
Exactly. Like they won.
They're the fucking Cardinals. They're
10
falling
games
apart.
In a row. 10 games in a row, only to fucking like shit the bed and lose like fucking 4 straight, or however many they fucking lost in a row.
Yeah, what was it? They lost three
or 4 in a row, and then I think they won.
Beat the Panthers, or
and then they won. And then they won last week. Like, did you see the Chiefs game last night?
Yeah.
Like I guess I'm a fucking Houston Texans fan today. For
especially after that last game where you were kind of,
I'm not even going to address
the vagina was a little sandy and whatnot, but you get what now you got a bone thrown to you this week.
Whatever, dude. I don't even want to fucking no.
Yeah, and no. Shit.
No.
And when we come right back, we'll be hitting some news.
All right.
All right. Remember, guys, you can't eat ass out Rogue Energy. Use code DD214 today for 10% off your order.
Can't eat ass without that shit.
Yeah. So we got a couple news things saying there was actually a lot of shit that didn't make the cut today. So we're probably going to get to that next week. So come by next week, we're going to talk about Hogwarts Legacy and the 007 port for Xbox, which Jay has a bunch of interesting ideas. May have to be some content this week. But the first news thing that we got is E3 2022 is, look, the Coco has struck again with the big O. The big Omicron has came in and has taken out E3.
Surprise. Not surprised.
Yeah, so it's gonna be virtual only, online only. To be honest with you, I just think it just saves them more money. I don't really see a really major
thing there. We need to co-stream. We need to co-stream this shit. And even if we have to like pirate it, dude, like we need to co-stream this shit just so we can talk shit like we did with the fucking Game Awards again.
Yeah, I actually have some. Actually, when we get offline, remind me that I have something for you to do real quick for like 30 seconds.
Oh my God, those Game Awards.
Jeez, yes. Only taking 10.
Listen,
fuck you, Neil.
Listen, so yeah, this shit is it's kind. It is what it is. E3 seems to be, a lot better than anything else. I mean, but they had the E3 awards, Is that what you? Oh, no, you were talking about Game Awards and the E3
I was talking about
awards
the Game
were.
Awards. Yeah, like
Listen, the E3 awards were way worse than the Game Awards. I think we could all agree with that.
that's what I'm saying. Like we need to just co-stream this shit. Like even if we have to pirate the motherfucker, we'll just
You know what
pirate
we're
it
gonna
and
do?
fucking
You know what we're gonna do?
just shit talk it the whole fucking time. Like
November 29th. Live on DD214 Gaming Facebook page, the DD214 Gaming Awards. Not some stupid biased bullshit or anything. Come see us. We're just throwing that date out there. November 29th, the DD214 Gaming Awards.
I like how you just like randomly came up with the most random fucking date, dude. Like we're doing it though because you said November 29th. I don't care.
Is that Thanksgiving?
I don't care if it's a fucking Wednesday. Like, yeah, no shit, dude. Like
Jay.
we're
eating this turkey. We're talking
Jay,
about Game
we're
Awards.
talking about awards, bitch. Like,
I already got a whole bunch of ideas in my head too. Like Jay, like me and Jay could literally be wearing suits and just be. He could be over there, I could be over here, and just have the camera cut. It's perfect.
We're eating green bean casserole, talking shit on Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, and actually, while you bring that up, that's actually part of the news stories. Elder Scrolls 6 will have a major reveal. The 27th, I believe the date is. I believe that we're gonna have more information. They released a cinematic trailer. They released a cinematic trailer, and it was, kind of intriguing. I like Skyrim. You like Skyrim. So let's all play Skyrim online together, guys. Made by Bethesda and ZeniMax Media. You guys have to check it out. It is okay. Joe, take that off. It is not the most anticipated game. It is not the most anticipated game.
I don't have to check anything out. Why
no, so Joe said that it is a anticipated game, but it's not the anticipated game, and that's where we're coming into the next news story, Starfield, which is coming out.
General about it though.
What happened?
I'm just trying to be general about it. It's one of the most anticipated games.
That's not what it said though.
It said most. It's plural. That means that implies that there's more than one game that is anticipated.
Is that factual? Is that grammar?
Are you guys arguing about English?
Got him!
Are you guys arguing about English? Joe, put that headline back up. Put that headline back up.
Here we fucking go.
Put the fucking headline back up. Most anticipated games. And then you put now is that gonna say okay, there you go. Yes, Joe is correct in this instance.
Okay.
Joe is completely in the right. Joe's completely in the right on that.
Sorry about that, gentlemen.
Fucking grammar police over here fucking correcting me, man. Get the fuck out of here. I went to the army, not college, remember, right?
No shit. We can tell.
Why didn't you go to college? Because why'd you sign up for the army? Because I got lost on the way to college.
Boom. Great movie, by the way.
Great movie. I like how you're picking that up.
Yeah. Hey, actually, what's funny, we actually talked about this, I think a week or two ago, how that was the first book I actually ever read completely.
No shit.
Yeah, and it was, the book was actually very correct with the movie, except there's like 60% of the book that's not in the movie. The woman that he fell in love with, that got married, and they saw each other like 30 years later. Like, come on, book, that's the best part of the book.
Fuck, man, somebody else to read.
Which book is this?
Is your buddy, dude. You got to start taking some notes here, man.
Which book is this?
Jarhead.
It's on my shelf. I've seen the movie. I never read the book.
Great
book.
On
my shelf. It's literally like I'm looking at it right now. I can see it from where I'm sitting. So
yeah,
I guess I'm gonna have to crack that one open.
Yeah.
And speaking of books, sorry to kind of segue, but Jay, I finished Matt's book, so you gotta text me your address so I can send it to you.
Whose book is this?
Matt Lohmeyer's.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, I just finished it. So text me
what
your.
What did you think?
Fucking phenomenal.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not gonna say that. In my opinion, I thought it was phenomenal. A great, his perception, his take, especially coming from an officer side.
Right. Yeah, because he became an officer, and then Chris, for a little bit of background on this, me and Neil went to high school with a gentleman who was in the class behind us. He eventually became a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. He was a fighter pilot, and then he transferred over to the Space Force and got into some he was the guy that got into some hot water last year.
Yeah, Lieutenant Commander
Lieutenant Colonel Matt Lohmeyer. But he's a good dude. But he released a book, and that book got him into a little bit of hot water.
Basically, how he's pushing for quick brief Marxism in the military and that push of how it's being.
Interesting take on things.
But yeah, absolutely. Good book. It's interesting. You'd like it.
The funny part to me is when you are if you release anything, if you write and publish a book while you are in the military, there are guidelines and rules to follow when you release and publish things. He did everything they asked him to do. He didn't get into any hot water until something like somebody picked up on it or whatever. Basically, so somebody picked up on it, and it's like, and so he basically lost his career over this book, except for the fact that he followed all the protocols, and the book was fucking published before anybody had a fucking problem with it.
New York Times bestseller too. Yeah,
it is a new, and good and fucking good for him, dude. Yeah. Fucking good.
And he takes it all the way back. He takes it all the way back to the Air Force Academy. Like it, he goes back, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, whether you agree or disagree with the I guess political leanings of it or whatever, who fucking cares?
Yeah,
like, how did a lieutenant colonel in the United States Space Force get all the way to that point where
forced to resign?
It was already, and the book was already published before anybody had a fucking problem, because
and then they forced them to resign.
That's right.
Forced them to resign.
So exactly, and so
just kind of makes my wheel kind of grinding.
Amen. Amen. We hear at DD214 Gaming claim allegiance to neither. No part of the political spectrum. We stay very, very neutral here on this podcast, but that doesn't mean we don't call out bullshit when we see it on both sides. And that was a fine example of fucking like bullshit from one side for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm on the side of the United States of Sanchez. There we go.
the dirty kind.
I'm fucking right there with you, dude. Because there's one person in this world I give a fuck about, and that's me.
Yes, sir.
Love all ya, but if it comes down to it, hey.
Well, thanks, Neil. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, I had to get a rise out of you on that one.
When I'm gonna when the Civil War fucking kicks off, I'm gonna fucking drive down to Arizona and make your house like the first place I raid. Okay, like
you've been there. Good luck getting in. You've seen my house.
So we got.
You're so cute. Like you realize my job in the Army was like doing that shit, right? Like
best of luck, dude.
Best of luck putting out a fucking fire when I throw like Molotov cocktails through your fucking window, dude. Like have fun. Hope you got a giant fire extinguisher. Like
so we got
it's like people forgot about like smoking people out, like that shit existed like in medieval times. Like buildings don't fucking stand up to fire, bro. Sorry. I'm just gonna burn your house down.
Yeah. So
wait. Wrong meeting. What are we talking about? I'm at the wrong meeting. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So now we're coming back into the right meeting.
There we go, bitches. Bring it in, reel it back in.
I'm gonna have to throw an anchor at this guy. A fishing hook doesn't work. But it's okay because this is This is a fucking party. That's why.
My kids do this thing where they say click, like when I start spacing out too much, like dad click, and it's like literally like click, like I have to like come back to reality. Like
here I am.
So we got this also. So our DD214 Gaming members hooked us up with some of their setups, and we're here to talk shit or to praise them. Joe here did a really awesome presentation here. Put it on. Let's see what we got.
Right on,
Joe. Who's the first one? We got some music here too. Licensed.
Licensed music. I like it. That's pretty dope.
Joe S. with the triple monitor, wall-mounted TV.
Triple monitor with the wall. I was gonna say with the wall-mounted TV. This dude. First off, this
Sounds like the Centipede theme.
This dude is. Hey, Joe, can you turn down that music? Just a little bit?
Yo, he's got the Gatorade bottle.
It's really fucking my head. He's turning on fucking. That's okay. Thank you. That shit's really fucking with my head. All right, I want to score some style points. I want to score some style points with usage of space. Joe, that shit's gonna have to go, dude. That's like it ain't working.
Turn it up.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Turn it right back on when he starts talking.
I remember my first beer, dude.
Oh my fucking god, I fucking hate you guys. Jesus Christ.
So here the real question is, what is the flavor of the Gatorade? What is the flavor of the Gatorade? Is it electric lime?
It's probably piss, dude, but whatever. I mean, like
let's see what else he got. He's got a Venom.
It's yellow fruit punch.
Yellow fruit punch.
What I was gonna say is like I give this guy style points for fucking use of space. Like, so if you're not in an area where you have a lot of space available to you, this is like the perfect fucking setup. Like legitimately like perfect fucking setup.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
He has the trash labeled.
I was just about to say that.
I love it. It looks a little cramped there in the corner. I can't tell. Is that his PC over there to the right? It looks like
either that or the shit bucket.
Yeah, he's got the Stream Deck. He's got the tablet there for maybe mapping or whatever. He's got the nice controller. I'm gonna give this a solid 8.5. I'm
digging it. I will absolutely agree. I'll absolutely put it on like an 8.5. Like I like the use of space. I like that you still have a TV monitor completely available to you, so you can be like just chilling out watching TV, and fucking like an alert pops up on one of your fucking tabs that you've got pulled up. You can fucking go in and go ham. Like I'm digging it. Absolutely easy 8, solid 8.5. I'd probably give it that too.
I like it.
Solid fucking 8.
What about you guys? What do you think?
Chris, Neil?
I'd give him a 7.5. If you could read the label on the Gatorade bottle, I'd give him a 9. But I'm sitting here trying to focus and racking my fucking brain to figure this shit out.
I know, yeah. For real.
Hey, but you know what? He gets points for the Reese's peanut butter cups, though.
That
looks like a seasonal brand too.
What do you got?
No, I work retail. All right, I recognize these things. All right, that green band is not normal. All right, that green band is definitely seasonal.
I'm going 8.6 because I've seen CPOF rooms with less.
Right. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
I do though. Like, you know, I think I might bump it up one decimal. What did I say? 8.6. I'm going 8.7 because just for that trash can. Just for that trash can.
The trash can. I love the labeled trash can.
He labeled
you know
it
what?
so he doesn't get confused with himself.
Look, yeah. I think I may have to do the same. Oh, I think I have to do the same thing too.
All right.
I'm so curious though. Why the label?
We went way too high with that first one.
Holy shit.
Okay, so let's talk about this real quick.
So that last one was a 6.7 now.
Fucking Mike D and the boys over here. Mike D and the boys. Jesus Christ. Look at this fucking guy.
So he's got the retro gaming chair, which looks like an old like lawyer's waiting room office chair, which is nice, looks comfortable. He's got the Diablo 3 poster, which is a pure classic.
Gotta love the open ceiling, allows for more space in the room, opens it up.
Brightens it up a little bit. Brightens it up.
Hey, not for nothing. He could throw on some of those like really those risky LED lights and tap them on there. He could probably get away with it.
The insulation absorbs like the basement farts. Like
That-
like Rise Up.
That's a lot of fucking Nintendo games, bro. That is a lot.
That's fucking hilarious.
So, he's got. Look, wait, I got to expand this a little more. What's going on? Oh no! Whoops!
What the fuck? Yo, you fucking suck.
No, that was me. That was me.
John, you suck.
You're fired.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna get fired today. The wall art is pretty good. He's got dude, how many games does he have on here? So I'm okay, so beautiful setup. I love the setup. I feel like he needs some wallpaper. He needs much he needs much more lighting. The board games, what board game is that? The first one looks like Life and the second one looks like Train to
I see Monopoly over there.
yeah.
Monopoly, I think.
What, baby?
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. It's really interesting to me, and I kind of almost like seeing it, like seeing bookcases used for video games. Like that's a very interesting concept to me because I'm a reader, so I have like I've grown up with like a small library basically, but seeing bookcases used for display of like video games is like a really cool, really neat idea, and I gotta say I dig it. I absolutely dig it.
And it, like really, it's almost like it's like a decorative way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Like-
he's not
Like
obviously
almost before storage, like decorative.
you obviously put time into how it was going to look and the aesthetic, the aesthetic of the room basically.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm gonna assume that this
I
may
think
be
he
incomplete.
skipped a beat.
What'd you say, Neil?
I said I think he missed a step.
What do you
You
got?
kind of got to finish the room completely.
Yeah,
You got to start.
yeah.
Finish where you started, and then move on to the bookcase, the games, and
Yeah, the ceiling is definitely. I mean,
he's
I
missing
mean,
a bulb, dude. He's missing a bulb right there.
yeah, he is, and you know, look, the ceiling, the setup is nice, but if we're talking about
Leave it to the
man-cases
critical
setup-
A&P mechanic, yeah.
I love how we're like admiring this dude's like incredible like Nintendo setup, and he's like, "Man, I'm missing a light bulb 2.6."
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give Mike D. I'm going to give Mike D a
Like, completely
8.3.
ignoring everything in the room.
I'm giving Mike D an 8.3.
8.3. What happened to your attention to detail, man?
He's like, well, maybe if I could fucking see it, but I can't. 2.1. Lighting's way
You guys
off.
are rough, Jay.
I'm gonna give Mike D and the boys a solid fucking 8. All right. I like the aesthetic. I like the fucking bookcases used for video games. You know, my score is probably as long as his cock. All right. It's fucking Mike D and the boys get 8. They get 8 solid inches. Like,
Wow, he's blessed to give you ranking on that scale, man. Because he'd be losing if I rated it off
Just
that.
average, Jay.
What do
Just
you got, Chris? What do you got, Chris?
Yeah, I like this one too. Oh man, it's in terms of like what he has compared to the last guy. I think I'm gonna go 8.2 on this.
All right.
In terms of gaming setup, it's old, but the aesthetic, you know what? It's nice. I like it.
It is absolutely.
Yeah, we got to do something about that ceiling. Maybe put some cotton up there and turn it into clouds or some shit.
What do you got, Neil? What's your score?
Some fucking sheets on there. I don't know.
What was your score, Neil?
He said drop
Neil,
sheets.
Neil, what was your score?
What would I give old Mike D? I love his drive. He's got it, but I'll give him an 8 on that one.
All right, 8.
Finish the roof. You got a 9.5 solid, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like no light bulb. No, like fuck you. Like you really fucking lost me.
The light bulb.
You really fucking lost me with the lack of a light bulb, bro. Like you really lost me.
I'm sorry. You should fucking know better, dude. Aaron Travis.
Jay, you have a ceiling in your basement. Look up. Look up.
I do.
It looks complete, right?
It does actually. It does.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It does.
let's check out this next one. Roberto V. Roberto V's got the dual monitors.
Anime juked all over the place. RGB keyboard is a must.
I mean,
Scroll it up a little bit. I'm missing a little of the bottom here.
And God damn it.
There
says
we go. Now we're
multiple
talking.
controllers for maximum gaming. Like he's got like 8 sets of arms that he can use all of them together.
On different types of anime, apparently.
Yeah, see,
Is this
the whole notice me senpai aesthetic like just fucking turns me around. I hate that shit, man.
notice me, senpai? Notice me.
Yeah.
So Chris, are you already like is the whole like anime thing? Is that like
Like the second like it pops up and it's just like 2 anime chicks is like your wallpaper. Like I know what goes on in that seat and it fucking disgusts 2.3. Oh, it's so fucking weird. Oh yeah, dude. Cartoon titties.
No, I am not a fan. I am not a fan of anime. The setup is nice. He's got a really nice PC there. Actually, Joe, it actually looks like your PC, to be honest with you.
A little bit, yeah.
He's got the Nintendo Switch over there, which is definitely a plus.
It looks like Joe's PC, except Joe's PC is filled with fucking like what's like that.
Whoa, don't give it away! Don't give it away!
What's all that tendril shit? What's all that like slimy like Cthulhu porn? You know, where like all the tendrils and shit like are coming out. Is that Joe's instead of anime? Is that Joe's? Like,
well, like
No.
it's, I don't know, man. It's so
and he's got the Fiji water, which the Fiji water is the worst type of water I've ever drank in my life. Hey, Roberto Veloso, I'm giving you an 8 for this one for cleanliness. The table itself, I'm pretty sure that's a long table.
Trust me. Put a black light on there. Let's see how clean it is. Yeah. We'll see how clean it is.
Roberto will show the video on that table.
This guy wants to just wiggle his mouse, open up that computer, and get started. He doesn't want to worry about clicking any links. Nothing.
What do you guys got as far as score goes?
I scored God fucking damn it, dude.
The PC and the dual monitors gets the RGB's overdone. 6.8 -5 for the fucking background and the fucking cartoon jerk off sessions that I know go on.
Is that a backlight or is that a window?
Backlight.
That's the window. That's the window. That's the window you're supposed to bang on, like in like imaginary land, like when you're trying to get out of the house.
Yeah,
you know, like when you finally escape your fucking shackles.
You guys know you're roasting our members, right? We're about to lose another 100 of them. We just gained like 60 of them in the last month.
Oh, my bad. Well, you know, I was just about to say too. You know, it's not a window because he doesn't want anyone seeing what he's doing in that fucking chair.
Bing bang.
I mean, if you look at it, dude, why is there light coming through the fucking frame of the door, dude?
That's a streamer technique. That's a streamer technique.
Roberto, I give you a 7.7, brother.
Do we in fact know that this is not like that? This is like Roberto's and not like his daughters or something too. I mean, like there's also like that possibility. So
that could be true too.
If we're talking aesthetics and just rating like the setup like straight up, I'm gonna have to fucking give him like a fucking 7.5.
When did you start fucking finding the good in people?
Like that V isn't a fucking that V isn't an initial, it's a fucking Roman numeral for their age. Oh shit.
The next one.
Oh my fucking god. This is too much.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Oh dude, that looks like the place I just got my fucking haircut at. Dude, like, tell me that doesn't look like a fucking barbershop fucking like, you know, like you want
mirror on the wall.
You want to fucking? You want to play? You want to play?
Jay,
you wanna play
dude, that looks like Jay got his haircut at a gadabout. Watch out.
Oh,
What are you doing, step bro?
Grand Theft
All right.
Auto and the gaming setup of Gay Tony.
All right, so I love the cotton candy
Sorry, my
color
bad.
aesthetic. I like it, man. It's simple. He got the lights behind the monitor. He got
is,
the
that's
lights
cool.
above the monitor. He got it on the thing. It's very simplistic. And look at those speakers, man. They look like they blast out some HD, man. It looks like over there in the middle that he's also got a Stream Deck somewhere in there, which looks pretty good. It does look like he vacuums daily. The rug looks pretty nice. You're gonna have, you know, these now. I could tell you exactly where he got that tower light from because we sell it at my job over in aisle D23, and you know
Jesus
you can
Christ,
actually.
John, you sound like you work at a fucking prison, dude. What the fuck, man?
He knew exactly. These
Sell block D23.
14 boxes down.
D23.
The company.
D23 is not coming out of their cell.
That is a threshold lamp, all right.
Calling
I
back
know
up. Calling
this
back
shit.
up.
This is a.
I'm not doubting you, brother. I believe it. I don't doubt you
It's
at
about
all.
20. It's about
D23.
$27.99, and it doesn't come with a light bulb. All right,
D20.
so
D23
What a
is
fucking
not coming
rip
out of
with
their
no
cell.
light bulb for $27.99.
yep.
Request backup. D23 is not
So
coming out
I'm
of
actually
their cell.
gonna go pretty high for this. That looks like a curved screen. I'm all about the curved screen, so we're gonna give it a 9.1.
Damn, really?
Yeah,
We're gonna give it a 9.1.
Wow.
That's where I was going too, because I know the price tag on those curved screens. So
Oh, yeah.
I admire
those
anyone
lights,
that puts their money in the right places and and saves it elsewhere while maintaining a simplistic and a good looking setup.
Yeah,
They put
the
their money in the right places.
The table is really nice too, because those are the tables that they rise. You could raise them and you could lower them for whatever reason that you would feel necessary to do so. But
And what do you guys think? What do you guys think is in that? There's like a black box in the lower left hand corner under the table. What do you think that is?
it's like a
All of the
subwoofer.
secrets.
Like a subwoofer? Yeah.
Yeah, I like the speakers, man. I like this setup.
I still feel like I'm getting a fucking haircut.
So when you go to the barber shop and it looks like this, what do you give the barber shop rating?
Well, I'm usually I go to a fucking salon.
Fucking Rose.
I go to a fucking salon. So, usually when I'm seeing this setup, like I'm getting my fucking hair shampooed and my head massaged, because my fucking beautiful fucking hair is being taken care of, properly. Right. I just feel like I'm getting a fucking hair. Like, hey, I'm going to come in and play some fucking, Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, look, I can get a haircut at the same place. Fucking 2 for 1, baby. Like, I give them extra points because I feel like I'm going to get my fucking haircut. You know what I mean? Because it's a comfortable place, right? It's a comfortable place. I'll give him an 8.5. I'll give Justin an 8.5 because I feel like I can get a happy ending with my gaming setup, So that's my score on that one.
Vacuums daily.
I give him a 9.5. It's kind of got that Tron effect with the Kylie Minogue video in it.
I like that this is just like, you could tell this is strictly for gaming. Like he doesn't have a camera up
there ain't
there.
shit else in that fucking room right now except maybe like a video camera and some like, what's that shit that Dexter used to use, like all that plastic to lay down?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like that's the only other thing in this fucking room.
Season finale tonight. Season finale.
This is the fucking this is the game. This is the gaming / murder room. Okay?
Wait, tonight's the season finale?
Tonight's the season finale. Are you watching it, Chris?
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be 12 episodes like there normally is.
No, tonight's the last one.
On what? What are we talking about?
On Showtime, Dexter, New Blood, baby. You heard it first here, DD214 Gaming.
I never watched it in the first place.
All right, Jason G. All right, so this is what's very interesting about his setup. He lives in an RV, and he's actually going to be our guest on the 23rd to talk about his RV family life.
Interesting.
Huh.
Very interesting. Nice.
Yeah, so his setup is definitely not traditional. Future guest on the DD214 Gaming Podcast, traveling gamer, streamer, Death Royale on Twitch, convenient pouch behind driver's seat for storage, and a lamp headset holder. He did his comment when he put the photo. He did apologize for I think he had said it was like disorganized or something like that. But we as gamers are a disorganized group. I'm not mad at this because look, he's got the headphones on the lamp. My headphones are up on my lamp too.
And this whole setup's in his trailer.
Yeah,
an RV.
Yeah, an RV.
That's fucking impressive, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of like it's kind of like the first one we saw. Like there wasn't much to it, but for use of space, like that's why I gave it high marks on the very first one we saw. And I give high marks to fucking Jason. Like it might look cluttered, but if you're living in a fucking RV,
right,
like you're probably like everything is probably cluttered. Like you don't really have, like.
And you said like a family life, like he's got a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
wow.
Guys, I got to take a freaking very quick piss break. Give me about 45 seconds. I'll be right back. John, please continue on.
Oh, of course. What's interesting about this photo too, and John knows exactly what I'm talking about. PowerPoint cut off the photo. He's actually got a monitor. You can see the corner of it right there on the top there. He's got another TV right above there. And
okay.
Yeah, so that other TV provides either his family wants to watch TV or if he wants to play another game on the Switch or something like that. So the guy's got I'm gonna give him an 8.5, and I'm gonna give him an 8.5 because this is maximum effort right here.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you look at my desk right now, I mean, you kind of look at it's kind of cluttered. I got a whole bunch of shit on it. You know, he's got the fridge there. He's managed to maintain
dedication right there.
Yeah, he's managed to maintain the power to keep it going, to maintain an internet connection while traveling. It's very interesting stuff. So he got the 8.5 on my book, and because it's Xbox, I'm throwing it in there for an 8.5. I like the fridge. Is that a fridge?
The blue thing?
Right in the middle. No, the blue thing is. Oh
no, I think that's like a guitar amp. I think.
Yeah, that looks like an amp.
Oh shit!
It
is. It looks like a PV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell. It's a little grainy.
Yeah, that's very nice. And then when Jay finishes falling into the toilet, we'll go into the next one. But I'm very excited to have Jason come on to the show to give us insight on the RV life and what type of content that he makes with his family. But again, yeah, I really like this setup, and it's funny too because that little container there, the blue container, there's another item that we sell at work, but they probably sell it anywhere like a Burlington Coat Factory or something. It's pretty interesting stuff. Everyone's got a really well. Yeah, he said that. He said, "I'm glad I didn't show mine. I built my own tables." And my PS5 is on a plastic tote filled with shit, snacks, and bullshit. Nice. Deshaun?
Hey, guess what? And that PS5 plays games probably just as good as everyone else's system, so who cares?
That's right. Fucking A.
Yep, on to the next.
What do we got? There we go.
It's Jay's Shit Shack.
It's Jay's Shit Shack. Every fucking like item and fucking memento from like your entire life in one room at one time.
Yeah, so Easter egg here. That Xbox was a DD214 gift, which he opened on a episode that's no longer on the air anymore. But I will get that clip of him almost breaking the damn thing on the air live on Christmas.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that was hilarious. He was like, "Oh shit, what's this?" You know, and you guys are watching.
But Jay just is kind of in a way as much as I do. Man hates fucking surprises.
Oh yeah,
and hates a surprise, dude.
And I'm assuming Chris probably doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
A
No, we
gift.
talked about it last time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And there was box upon box upon box. It was great, but there's probably a terrible movie show in there. But he's got the posters. Jay, I'm gonna give this an 8.2. I'm gonna give this an 8.2 for organization, popcorn, and multiple Xboxes.
Oh yeah, there's a original Xbox too.
I see it right there in the bottom.
Well, that's a 360. There's one below the one on the right is the original Xbox.
Hey, if you ever want me, if you have GTA 5 for Xbox 360, let me know. I can send you a thumb drive to mod it.
Yeah, there's other stuff in this room you can't really like. You can see, obviously, you got this flag behind me. There's a couple things on the wall to the right of the Red Dragon poster. You know,
which is actually inverted.
The random foot belongs to my beautiful girlfriend, who I love very, very much. And we're just glad to have space to enjoy our downtime basically. And so
yeah, that's cool.
I'm
glad you got all that space, brother. That's awesome, Jay.
Yeah, I'm jealous, man.
That's
a lot
of you,
of
dude. Yeah. Fuck, I got a 3-bedroom house and I ain't got that much fucking space back in my den.
Bro, same here.
I'll tell you what, dude. I'll tell you what. The picture between the painting between the two TVs. The reason I put that up there and so prominently, it's one of my favorite paintings. It's by like a pretty random person, but it's what the painting is of, and then the title kind of goes along with it. It's called "She Only Loves Me When She's Drunk," and so like I had to put that painting like as like the centerpiece basically, and the where you see the black light kind of on that shelf up there, that was a pencil drawing that was drawn by one of a good friend of mine in Tucson, and he drew the whole picture under black light. So he wanted it to kind of like pop, I guess, in black light. And if you see that picture under black light, it's really, really amazing compared to just looking at it not under those rays, I guess. So, but yeah, there's a lot of history in my basement area, I guess, as like our little recreation room, because I've never had the space to put it all on display, and now I do, and it's amazing and it's a blessing, and yeah, it probably looks like cluttered as shit, and that's okay. Because
that's cool, dude. That's the beauty of homeowners and shit. That's a project, dude.
Cluttered as shit and it's
every fucking day to better, dude.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, do work on it, change it up. Fucking ain't right.
Yeah.
Next.
Dude. What the fuck? What the fuck?
This looks like the computer Jay looks up all his black market shit on.
Yeah, you're so fucking stupid, Joe. You're so fucking stupid.
Look, we got piss bottles, packs of cigarettes.
There's the actual piss bottles. All the fucking cigarettes. Like, God fucking damn it, dude.
Is that chocolate pudding and a grape yogurt thing?
But look at the picture on the computer screen. It looks like even further picture. It's a further picture of what the room looks like behind it. Look.
You're so fucking stupid, Joe.
Holy
Joe,
what's on the back wall? Is it supposed to be painted white? It looks black.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, go back to your. Oh, there you go. Okay. RGB puke everywhere. What the fuck is RGB again? What is that?
Red, green, blue. The lights. No, red, green, and blue. You remember back in the day, red, green, and blue on the TVs?
Yeah. Yes.
It's like that before computers.
And actually, that's, you know what? Honestly, Joe, like, again, I'm digging the fucking use of space. Like, I can tell this is probably like the one corner of the area of your house, like that you probably have to use, and that's good, man. Like, that's excellent use of fucking space.
And I have to move it to the basement now because I've agreed to move it to the basement for some reason.
Hey man, come hang out, homie, man. Like I'm in my little party dungeon right now, dude. Like
You gotta come help me get this thing straight.
like
Did we lose Neil again?
Yeah,
he's
I'm a,
It's my own fault. It's my own fault.
What'd you do, Neil? What'd you do, Neil?
Fucking who knows, dude.
oh, that was it, Joe?
Yeah, we didn't really get a lot of contributors to the post, and it's not a big deal. I was gonna let it go, but maybe we can make another segment of it later on with a little more
I'm sure
awareness.
we can. I'm sure we can. I mean, this can easily be an ongoing segment. I mean,
Yep, and just a couple more things before we end the show. Well, we got a couple of news stories real quick that we just want to run amok with real quick. Let's do Ubisoft Play real quick. Ubisoft Play is coming to Xbox, but it's not coming to the Xbox Game Pass, so it's going to be a separate subscription added on to your already subscribed Xbox.
what
Game
games?
Pass account.
What games does Ubisoft have that I
all
would
the,
even
all the
like,
time all the Tom Clancy games. We're talking
Don't
about
give a
Ghost.
fuck.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Nah, I'm good. What
You know,
else?
well, just those two names alone are enough for people to get angered at the fact that this is not coming to Game Pass. The
Yeah.
PC only subscription is $15, and the
Well,
PC and cloud plan is $18 per month, which you're already paying $15 for the Game Pass as it is right now, which is, it kind of sucks, but at the same time, you're getting EA Play. You're getting Game Pass. You're getting free Xbox games a month, so it's worth it. But to add on Ubisoft Play with that,
Nah, man. Check it out. Gamers just need to start figuring out like this shit's not worth it. Like, so, okay, Ubisoft, you want to make your own fucking shit and try to like fucking like squeeze every last drop of fucking juice from the lemon. Cool story, bro. Fucking, you just fucking lost me. Like, I ain't fucking paying for that shit. Like, that's fucking stupid. That is fucking stupid because then it's just gonna turn into like just like fucking streaming. Like everybody cut the cable on cable TV, and now we have like 45 fucking different goddamn streaming services for like fucking $10 a month. Now fucking getting all the goddamn streaming services is more expensive than fucking cable was in the fucking first place. What the fuck? So I ain't fucking doing that shit with fucking video games, dude. Like, fuck you, Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck about Assassin's Creed. I don't give a fuck about Tom Clancy or Rainbow Six. I don't give a fuck about your games.
Yo,
fuck your
chill,
whole platform,
dog.
dude.
Chill.
Fuck your whole platform. I ain't doing that shit.
You
Fuck
need
that.
you need to chill and take back what you just said about Tom Clancy. He's
Fuck
dead,
Tom
bro.
Clancy. Fuck
He's-
that little bitch. Fuck that little bitch.
Man,
What the
you know
fuck-
he,
what the fuck
bro.
did
He
Tom
came
Clancy do?
he
Fucking
came out
write
with
some
some of the
fucking
great.
books?
He came out with some of the greatest works of all time. A Clear and Present Danger,
Boom.
Ghost Recon.
Boom.
Yo, A Clear and Present Danger. Yo,
Sorry,
was that
Jay. I
shit.
gotta agree with him. I gotta agree with him, Jay. Sorry. I gotta agree with the man.
Oh, Rainbow Six. I can jerk off about all the operators. Oh, I can jerk off about all the special forces. Fuck
They
that
made a-
guy.
Jack
Fuck that
Ryan,
bitch.
dude, you're
They
missing
made
out,
a
boring.
bro.
female one. I'm gonna make her my PC's background.
His books are fucking boring. Fuck
Like
Tom
the Sean
Clancy.
says, Splinter Cell. He changed the stealth game. He gave
No, he
us
didn't.
a whole.
No, he
Yes,
didn't.
he fucking
No, he
did. What you
didn't.
talking about? What were you gonna say?
There's a game
SOCOM?
called-
SOCOM
Motherfucker-
changed
No,
the
he didn't.
stealth
There's a
game.
game-
SOCOM
there's
hasn't
a
been
game
out in
on-
20
A
years.
man
There's-
named Solid Snake changed the stealth game.
There's a game. There's a game on the original. There's a game on the original PlayStation
Damn.
called Tenchu. Tenchu changed the stealth game. Be a ninja, bitch. Like fuck that shit. Fuck Tom Clancy.
Where the fuck is Tenchu now?
Fuck Tom Clancy.
In the archives,
Where's
Hobie. In the
Tenchu now?
Xbox.
Tom
In the
Clancy's
Xbox.
a bitch.
In the
Tom
Xbox
Clancy's a
OG
bitch.
game store. That's where the fuck that is.
Fuck Tom
He can't
Clancy.
do.
Fuck that mother. Fuck Ubisoft. Fuck Tom Clancy. And if you're down with fucking Ubisoft or Tom Clancy, fuck you too. All right, he's a bitch.
Welcome to DD214 Gaming, where we fucking hate games.
That's the headline. That's the headline right there. DD214 Gaming Podcast host curses on the name of Tom Clancy.
I
It's
spit
true
on-
though. I mean, like every Ubisoft game that comes out now is just like Tower Climbing Simulator 4, unlock region of map, do thing in region of map, go climb new tower. Far Cry's been doing it for years. Assassin's Creed's been doing it for years. Like by time you're done, like if you want to catch up in where what is it, Rainbow Six Siege? Like, if you want to catch up to where that game is now compared to where it was 3 or 4 years ago, like it's no longer a $60 game. It's like a fucking almost $200 game.
Well, yeah,
Not
with,
if you want to
with
add
everything
on, like,
added,
all of
yeah.
the things that they've come out with. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like,
Exactly.
like, I get it. They keep reselling Skyrim, but like that game came out 10 years ago, cost $60, and like you could probably still be playing it. Like
Bully is still like $40, regularly. You remember Bully?
that's what I mean. Like, it's
You're not. That's exactly what I mean. It's like I hate to be the asshole all the time, calling out the fucking, like, it's just obvious bullshit. Like
That's your contracted character, though.
An Ubisoft subscription is not fucking worth it. Whatever their price is going to be, it's not worth it. Like,
not for that price. Not for that price, at least.
No.
For $18, no way.
Because now if you play, like, say you want to play Rainbow Six for more than 3 months, like, you're almost better off just buying the game. Because you unsubscribe, now you no longer can play that game that you've been paying on for the last 3 or 4 months. It's stupid.
Thank you.
And on top of that, they're putting a game on Game Pass for free that no one is asking for, and that's Rainbow Six Extraction. And I'm saying that no one is asking for it because we've been playing Rainbow Six Siege for like 10 years now. It's over. That's it. Next, Gordon Ramsay doesn't know what Twitch is.
Okay.
Pop that clip. This is coming from invengloval.com. No, you didn't add the sound. Oh, there it is.
Can we replay that?
Replay it.
What do you do for a living?
I stream on Twitch, my cooking show.
What the is Twitch?
Yeah, and if you go down, he actually contacts Twitch like, "Hey, Twitch, can I get a lesson on what you are?" One, is this the beginning of a new streaming phenomenon with cooking? Is Gordon Ramsay coming? And how the hell does Gordon Ramsay not know what Twitch is?
I barely know what Twitch is. I'm not going to fault him on that.
Can I answer that real quick?
Yeah.
With Ramsey, here's the thing. I like the guy. He's phenomenal. Where he's going, I think he needs to stay in the kitchen with his Uncharted and doing the TV shit. He's trying to be that Anthony Bourdain. And that whole travel, you can't compare. Like, a lot of guys are doing that. Chefs, travelers, but Anthony Bourdain set a precedent that will never be touched.
No, you're absolutely right. The show that he created and the things that he did, that show that he had on CNN was absolutely phenomenal. But I could definitely see where you're coming from, where Anthony Bourdain was the cook and he went to media, and the same thing is actually the same thing happened to Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Now if Anthony Bourdain joined Twitch, he would break Twitch.
Oh, he would
he would break it.
Go fuck himself and say, read a book and go sit on a beach for a week, meet the culture, eat the food, get to know people.
Yeah.
See, one thing I can't knock with Gordon Ramsay is, like, that dude's work ethic. Like, you can't change the channel without seeing that dude hosting some show, cooking some fucking thing. Like, in all honesty, like, that dude's probably trying to figure out what Twitch is so he can, like, do something on it. Like, that dude is just on everything. Like, is it annoying? Kind sometimes, but, like, you can't fault the dude's fucking work ethic trying to get out there. You know what I mean?
I mean, if he's asking,
I wasn't trying to take away from it at all, but
no, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, annoying yet admirable. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. You tip your hat when you have to, whether you like it or not. He's a professional, successful. He knows his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize. I know who Gordon Ramsay is, but I can't say shit about fuck because I don't watch TV at all. So it's like
keep it that way.
I literally I know that dude from clips that I've seen him in and, like, memes. Like, that's it. Like, that's how I know.
Dude, yeah, like what's funny with, like, those clips and memes, like, you probably haven't seen a clip or a meme that was, like, both from the same show or, like, something.
Right.
Like,
that's
dude,
right.
Or the same episode. Like,
that is
that's
correct.
You know, and you know, hey, you know, if he comes onto the Twitch space, awesome. But if he comes into to the podcast space, this podcast is over because all our listeners are going over there. So, and I said the same thing about Dr. Disrespect. He talked about going into the podcast game, and I said, "No, we're done. It's over. Just pack your bags. It's over." What was next that we had? We covered. Yeah. I think that's pretty much. That's pretty much it. Next week we're gonna cover. Star Wars Fallen Order 2, which is set to release in the summer, leaked. Hogwarts Legacy has the same thing. Which, look, I'm a fucking nerd. I'm gonna play that. Hogwarts Legacy is an open world Harry Potter game where you get to choose your own destiny. No dark magic, Jay. That's all I'm gonna say. You're coming in.
No, I'm not.
No,
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Listen,
No,
I have to play this shit for research purposes, all right? So I could review it on this show.
See,
and
I thought.
We'll have to
I
love
need to see
every
more
aspect
about it,
of
but
your
for me,
fucking
that
job.
game is 15 years too late. You know?
I never read the books. I've never seen the fucking movies. I don't know fucking shit about fuck with Harry Potter, dude. Like, what do you want me to fucking? What do you want me to fucking say? Like,
well, I will say one thing: there'll never be a Hunger Games game because there's like 40 of them out already. They're all battle royal games.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, dude. Like, what?
I quit.
Why does this shit get quiet? Like, why is it imperative? Why is it fucking imperative that I have like some kind of like a fucking like public fucking like knowledge fucking IQ about shit that's like fucking popular or stuff that's come out in the recent like past? Like, why is that fucking imperative? And why is that why is that like a statement against my character when I don't know what certain things are or don't wave a fucking magic wand with my fucking dick and pretend that it's fucking Harry Potter, like, but fucking like whatever. Like, I don't. Why is that not?
It's
like,
not.
Why is it
It's
a big
not.
fucking
Look,
deal?
Jay, it's not
Why is
imperative.
it a big
It's just
deal?
funny that you don't know it with a corded phone behind you. It just
That's
shows
probably
how
your
old
fucking
you are,
answer.
man.
That's probably your fucking answer.
Wow, Alex,
Probably your fucking answer, right? Fucking
That's
there.
what I'm. It's not imperative. It's just funny that you don't know that stuff and also have a corded phone. Look, man, you told him that his internet wasn't working because he was on a phone call. Come on, man. I can travel to distant lands, bro.
I can travel to distant lands too. I just prefer to fucking do it when. You know what?
You getting angry? You mad?
How did this get turned on to me? How did this get turned around?
Someone's got to get roasted.
In VR.
You guys are getting mad at me because I don't know Harry Potter or the Hunger Crotch.
Jay, you're getting mad at us because you don't know it.
I'm not.
We're not mad at you.
I was not getting mad. I was not mad. I was not mad. I was not mad. How are you? Why are you accusing? Okay.
All I want is the phone number to the landline so I can call it right now and watch you answer. I want you to do that phone. Wow.
Well,
hey, you brought me on, man.
Hey,
yeah.
So before we get to the final thought, guys, remember, Jay, this one's for you because you're gonna need some Blaze 8 online right now to order some CBD and Delta 8 marijuana products for yourself right now to calm the fuck down, my friend. And you need to space yourself out and get yourself a rose blunt and watch yourself some Star Wars, man. Watch yourself some Gordon Ramsay and play on some Twitch.
What's Star Wars?
I did watch Boba Fett last night. I did watch the second episode of Boba Fett last night.
Which was better than the first, okay? It was better than the first.
I agree. I enjoyed it. I don't know where a lot of these shit talkers are coming from. Like, I'm enjoying it. Like,
also, you can't eat ass without Rogue Energy. Use code DD214 Gaming today for 10% off of your order today. Make sure you go to www.linktree.com DD214 Gaming and check out all our links for Discord, Facebook, YouTube. Like and subscribe. Facebook, like and share, or whatever they do on Facebook. Spotify. Our videos are on Spotify now. After Darks are going to be exclusives to Spotify, but make sure you check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I almost said Apple Music. And yeah, who's the in fact, let's give the final thoughts to these gentlemen right here.
Oh, are you sure?
Ooh.
Yeah, let's give it to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Chris,
the final
Chris,
thoughts to them.
I know, Chris. I already know you're pretty familiar with it. And I know Neil, you are too. So, Chris, you go ahead, and then Neil, go ahead and wrap it up after Chris.
I don't know what to say. I'll be honest with you.
This is the part where we talk about people.
Veteran suicide rate being
all that. Yeah.
Clearly,
so.
It just hit a unit that I was formerly in. Back in Korea, hit a unit again. So every day it's happening. 22 every day. One too many. One is too many. There's help out there. Okay, there's different forms of just getting in touch with yourself and getting in touch with your battle buddies, and someone's always there to answer that kind of call. So you're never alone. It's kind of all I got.
Neil?
My turn?
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank all you gentlemen for, again, giving me the privilege to be on your show and podcast. It means a lot. I guess my last thought, I would like to bring awareness as well to our veterans. It's a rough road that we've had. Everyone, what they serve, no matter what they serve with, there should be no lack of help and awareness and keeping these guys on their toes and keeping everyone who they go through, providing housing. I could like to promote too, if you guys call Rees Across America. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
My family's big upon them, so if you guys can, please donate. And yeah, again, thanks, and I guess I'll leave it at this. God fucking bless America and woman in this country.
Appreciate that.
Make sure you hit that hotline too. 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-TALK. Call them, text them anytime. You got anything else, Jay, before we get out of here?
Hey man, I had a good time today. I hope everybody else did too. And Neil, Chris, thank you very, very much for joining us in church today. And
absolutely.
Yeah,
guys,
you look dressed too for church, Chris.
Enjoy. I hope everybody enjoys the final week of NFL football before we go into the playoffs. And good luck to all of your teams. My team won last night, so let's see if
Might be the last
let's see how it goes. Well, I'm sorry, what was that, Neil?
I don't know. I heard something in the background.
Right, Roger that. Yeah, we'll talk offline.
Somebody must have chimed in. I don't know.
Guys, have a good day.
I love you, Jay. You know.
Guys, be good.
Gentlemen, be good. Be safe. Stay